Hi everyone. Been a long time since I've been doing a video for you, but this weekend it's the Go Getaway cyber crop, and I thought I'd join in. So what they've done is they've given us a mood board for one of the challenges, and this is the mood board. Hope you can see that okay. It's by Terry from Go Getaway. And I don't know about you, but some people get a bit confused by mood boards. So I thought I'd do a little demo on how to use a mood board. And I'm actually going to combine it with the this week's Scrapper Sketch from the Scrapper Sketch group designed by Lisa Sikorsky over on their Scrapper Sketch group. I'm going to use this sketch, which I have rotated 90 degrees because it suits my photos better. So I'm going to do it across, but they showed it going down the page. But this is what I want to talk about. So how do you interpret a mood board? Well, the first things are the colours. So you've got black, cream, teal or turquoise and a pink. So I usually look at that first and think, right, what collections have I got or what papers have I got that will go with that? If I don't think I've got anything that will go with that, what I tend to do is find a piece of plain 12 by 12 card, and I find the paints in those colours, watercolour paints or inks or whatever you've got, distress oxides, distress inks, whatever, and just use those colours somehow, either a packaging technique or a splatter, just to incorporate those colours. However, today I looked at this and knew immediately that I've got a Vicky Boutin Fernwood collection, which has got most of these colours in. It hasn't got a lot of pink, but it has got a little bit of pink. But I do know it's got this colour here in it, this sort of reddy orangey colour that's showing up. And I know it's also got some icons in the cut apart sheets with cameras. It's also got tickets and lenses. This has got a picture of black and white photographs. Now, I don't have a black and white photograph that I particularly wanted to use. So I've decided to use a photograph here of myself and my daughter-in-law, where we went on a workshop to make autumn wreaths for our walls, or dried flower wreaths anyway. So that's what I'm going to use, and that's I've matted it already, just so, because it's boring watching people mat things. I've matted it already on black cardstock, because you'll see there's quite a bit of black on here, and that is one of the colour dots, is black. So I know that I'm going to incorporate some black. I also know I'm going to incorporate this tealy colour, which you can see here is one of the Vicky Boutin Fernwood collections. And again, I think it's designed to go down the page, but I'm doing it across the page. I've also picked out a piece of paper that has got the pink in it here. It's got a little bit of pink in it here, not a lot, I grant you, it hasn't got a lot of pink, but it has got this reddy colour from the roses as well. So I'll move the mood board to one side now, but and you can see how I'm building up the pages. The sketch, just a quick refresher on the sketch. That's the sketch. I'm doing it crossways, and it's got a couple of pieces of paper behind. It's showing two photographs, but I'm actually only got one, so I'm going to use one and a cut apart sheet. It's also showing camera icons and stars. I'm not using stars. I'm going to replace mine with flowers because we were at a flower workshop. Okay, so here we go. So first things first, I've already cut these to size, just because it's, you know, it just saves you watching people cut pieces of paper. I'm sure you know how to cut a piece of paper. So that's my first bit, and immediately you think, oh, I'm not sure that really goes. I do anyway. I really think, not sure about that. But anyway, I'm going with it. So I'm adhering it. I'm just doing a 4-inch stripe across the middle. Strip or stripe, however you want to call it, and I'm not measuring, I just eyeball everything. Now also I've got some Vicky Boutin washi tape here, which is black, so because on here it shows a line either side. You could mat this piece of photo. If you haven't got washi tape, you could, this piece of paper rather than put washi tape on, you could mat it on a piece of black card that way, but I thought, well, I've got this washi tape, I'm going to use it. So here we go, just if I can find the end. Yeah, that's it. As I say, I never ever measure anything, I just eyeball it. So that piece of paper that I've coloured, that I've cut, that's the coloured piece, is roughly 4 inches wide. It might not be exactly 4 inches wide, but it's roughly 4 inches wide. And I want another piece along the bottom. That's another bit. Just measure that across. Eyeball it again, just make sure it's straight. These aren't dead straight lines on this tealy background, so you have to eyeball it really. So that's my basis. Now also on this sketch there's 2 more pieces of paper. So again I have cut 2 more pieces, picking out the colour again of the 4 dots on the mood board, picking out this tealy turquoise colour and picking out some pink flowers on another piece of the Fernwood collection. So I'm going to adhere these on. I think I'm going to go with the pinky one there and the tealy one there. I might just push that up a little bit. I think the piece of paper on the sketch is actually wider than I went for 4 inch, and I think this is probably 5, but I wasn't going to measure it. So I'll move that up a little bit. So we've incorporated the pink that's in the mood board, as I say, and again I've eyeballed it. Just stick that on as straight as it looks. I do have a T-square and I do often use that. In fact, I'll just check now whether or not that is straight. I might need, no, that looks straight to me. That's good. And let's have a look at this one. That one could do with a bit of straightening up. So I'll peel that back off. Let's do with a straight one, a straight edge. There you go. And that's my basis of my layout. Now here I'm going to put my photograph at a slight angle because that's what it's got in the sketch. I think I might play with that a little bit. I might leave it. Let's have a little look. The other, this is the piece of a cut apart sheet that I've used to replace a second photograph. So I think I might leave that straight. I might put that one straight and then that one, no, I'm going to put that one straight and that one crooked. That's fine. Okay, so photographs I like to make a bit more dimensional. So I tend to use foam tape. And the reason I use foam tape is it's easier than all those individual little sticky pads that people use, or I use acrylic gel as well, which I regularly use and still love it, Pin Flare. But on this instance I have used the foam tape and quickly whizzed the back off. And the reason I like to raise it up is because I like to tuck things in behind the photograph. So that's going there, like so. This I will have flatter because it doesn't need to be raised up. I don't want to tuck things underneath it necessarily. So that's there. So I'm just going to use my Easy Runner Grand, which I find a whole lot easier than those awful, what they're called, ATG tape runners. I can't get on with those. Nuisance. Anyway, so that's that. I've got the camera from the mood board, I've got the pink from the mood board, the black from the mood board, the turquoise from the mood board, and the flowers that were on top of the camera, the roses, they are going to be used as a reference to the roses in the mood board, and I'm going to use some cut apart, some fussy cut flowers that I fussy cut earlier, because again you don't want to sit and watch me fussy cutting. So I've cut these out already, and I'm going to tuck them in underneath the photo because, as you can see, there's bits nibbled out of them where I've cut bits off before. So I just tuck that underneath there. I'm going to tuck that at the top. That actually doesn't quite work. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to fussy cut these fern leaf and this pink flower out. I'm going to use that as an extra layer, because it's nice to have extra layers on flowers, not just to have the flower. And again, you'll see that's ended up as quite a funny shape. But if I layer that underneath there and tuck that underneath there, I'll probably cut those ferns off actually. In fact, I shall cut those ferns off now, because I have got another fussy cut piece of fern already anyway, which I'm going to tuck under that collection of flowers up on that top right hand corner. just fussy cut this. I'm quite speedy at this. Now, another little tip that I often refer to when I'm doing my videos is, if you don't like fussy cutting, maybe it's because you're moving the scissors and not the paper. You really will find it much easier, in my humble opinion, to move the paper, not the scissors. So now I've got a funny shaped flower, but by the time that's tucked in underneath there, you won't even notice it. So I'm going to put a flat piece there. I'm just going to put a flat bit there, and then I'm going to use a bit of foam tape again across the top here, so it raises it up just a little bit away from the paper. It gives you a nice shadow underneath there. I'll move it down a little. That's it. And again, you've got that ready pink of the rose on the mood board, and now I'm going to put that one flat. I usually just curl the edges up of my bottom layers of flowers, just to again create a little bit of shadow. Use a bit of tape, pop that there, and voila, that's got a nice little cluster. Now I did have a piece of fern already fussy cut there. I don't know what I've done with that. I've got to try and find that. Hold on. Oh, isn't that annoying? You know full well you've fussy cut it out. Where is it? I can't find it. But I have got another piece of a bluey colour. So will I put this in here? Does that work? I don't particularly like that. I think I'll layer it over this side. I wish I could find that other bit of fern because it was perfect. Oh, that is so annoying, isn't it? Anyway, I fussy cut this little piece earlier, and it's, again, got a funny shape cut out of it. You don't really notice it. You pop it under there and it won't show. So I'll just curl the edges up a little bit. Put a piece of flat tape across it and a fat piece of foam tape. Now I've got two thicknesses of foam tape. This one's a 2mm and this one's a 1mm, so that I can layer things, so you get extra dimension on the ones you want to be sticking up. Tuck that underneath there. And you can see it's got the reddy orange of the rose on the camera in the mood board. It's got the pink flower, Haven't quite tucked that in enough so that you don't get that awful edge. So that's got to be tucked in a little bit more. Otherwise I've got that funny edge. Okay. That's it. So I've got that. That's stuck down nicely now. And I've got this piece here that I want to pop in somewhere as well, just to give that a bit more depth. Yeah, I prefer that there. So again, I'm going to use a piece of the thicker foam tape. If you get yourself some good scissors, the foam tape won't stick to the scissors. I find that the Stampin' Up scissors are very good for cutting, fussy cutting, and cutting the foam tape. So I did it at the wrong end. That's very irritating. Let's see if I can get that off. You've got a little bit of wiggle room on these foam tapes. That was too, I wanted it fatter at the top end, not at the bottom end. And I'll put a bit of tape on the bottom end. Okay, right, so that's my complete basis. Again, you've got the tealy blue, you've got the pinky colour, you've got the black, the camera. And I'm just going to add a little bit of this washi tape, also from Vicky Boutin, from her box of washi tapes. And this is the, it doesn't say if it's from a particular collection, but it does tend to go with most of her collections. So Vicky Boutin, and this one's got hearts all over it, and I just thought that would be quite nice. It's myself and my daughter-in-law, we had a lovely day going out to do this dried flower workshop. We really had a lovely time. And she really loves her dried flower workshops and dried flowers, and she dries all her own, and they got married this year, so she dried all her own wedding flowers and everything. So they'll all be coming to a display soon, no doubt, once they're all completely dried. So there's a little bit of washi tape there. Now I also have a good collection of stickers and embellishments from Vicky Bootin. This is my Vicky Bootin box here, as you can see. So I'm going to just have a little rummage, if you could bear with me, because I don't quite know exactly what I'm going to embellish this with. But if I see a little camera or a sticker, it says relax here. This one says relax here, so I could relax here. That's a good one. Now I have got, that looks better popped up. I have got a Bramble Fox title here that I was going to put on. So I'm going to put together there, because again it's black. I'm going to use the thinner foam tape to put behind this sticker. Some people, when they're using different adhesives behind the sticker and they're not putting them flat, they'll put talcum powder or something behind, but I don't bother with that. I think, well, it's going to dry out sooner or later anyway. So I've put relax here, and I'm going to put this together perspective from Bramble Fox over in this side. Again, lots of people use lots of different things to stick these down. Some people use glossy accents, other people use 3-in-1 glue, but I like pin flare, which I use in a syringe, and I just squirt it in the fattest places on the perspective, and because it's clear it doesn't show. And then I don't tend to push it down too much, because if you push it down too much it might squish out anything that you've put on there. So, but that's firm enough, and that will dry nicely in a day or two. Not day, an hour or two, sorry. Oh dear. Right, so what else have I got that I can use here? I don't think there's much on here, because these are travel sort of themed ones, but sometimes you can. That's quite a nice one. Actually, I'll pop that out of there. A little bulldog clip type thing. And pop that on there. Throw that away. Another sticker used, which is always good. I don't need floral embellishments. Now these are fernwood stickers. I don't really want toadstools on here. Everyday balance house tray, great. I think I'll use this great sticker. I'll put the great sticker over here. And I'll put my happiness, because family is all and it is my happiness. And we had a lovely happy day. Right, so I've used all those. Anything here? Nothing I particularly want to use. These are more things here. I know I've got too much stash. If I live to be 100, I won't use it all. I think that's probably all I need for word stickers. And have I got anything else here that I might use? Now there's a long sticker that's got black and teal on it. That's the beauty of most of these designers. They do make collections that tend to go together. And in this instance, there is a sticker here that will go nicely with this collection, even though it's not from this collection. This is a collection called All This Happiness. So I'll use that. I'll move that box out of the way, because I think I've probably used everything I need to use from there. I do find sometimes that these chipboard stickers don't stick very well. So I'm just going to add an extra little bit of my dimensional glue. I'm using the word dimensional rather a lot, but I think it's important. And it'll go nicely along here underneath this photograph. Not photograph, camera. And that goes nicely there, just gives it a little bit of extra something. It's got a tiny little bit of gold in it. That wasn't quite straight, I don't think. And that's more or less it, I think. I'm going to add... I wish I could find that piece of fern that I fussy cut, because it was intended to go behind this collection. But anyway, I shall leave that blank because it will turn up in a minute. Put my photograph it and everything once it's on there, but I'm sure you get the gist. And these are the Vicky Boutin Where To Next Puffy stickers, and they are brilliant. My friend bought me these actually, and this is the second packet I've bought, and I love them. It's got all the colours in it as well. It's got the black, the pink, the blue, the tealy colour, and it's just going to go perfectly to highlight some of these details. So I won't put yellow because that wasn't on the mood board. I'll put the pink heart and another pink heart, or two pink hearts on there, and some little black stars I think would look quite nice too. So I'll use the black stars as a little collection around that little black area, and then down in this bottom corner also I shall use a couple of the black stickers, black dots, and a couple of stars that are in the right colourway, and a couple of pink stars over in this corner, and a black star. So I've got some stars in from the sketch as well, even though I hadn't really intended to. And what should we have? Another little pink heart, a darker pink heart. And that's my layout done, all except the piece of fern that I can't find, which is really irritating because I cut it specifically. And that is my sketch. That is the sketch I started with. That is the layout I've ended up with. And these are the colours. So I think you can see, hopefully, that these are the colours. And if I move that away, they are the colours that are on this mood board. And I have picked up some of the elements on here, the camera, the black of the lens, these 4 colours here. Didn't include anything to do with films or popcorn. And there's a film strip there, but I ignored the film strip and just had the colour, and that tickets as well. But you just take the pieces from the mood board that you find of interest to you. So I think that's it. Thank you for joining me, and I look forward to speaking to you again soon. I need to straighten that up a little bit. That's a bit too wonky. I hope you've taken some inspiration from the mood boards and how to combine it with the sketch, and I will no doubt speak to you online soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.